What's good? I'm Fitz, and this is my list of the top 10 Wrestlemania moments. So, number 10, I'm going to go with Macho Man and Liz reuniting at WrestleMania 7. So, Macho Man had just given his all against Ultimate Warrior, been retired by losing the match. Warrior leaves, Sherry's just kicking Match whilst he's down. Liz can't take it no more, jumps from the crowd over the barricade, runs in, gets Sherry off. There's that moment where we're like, oh, does Macho Man think it was Liz hitting him while he was down? Then, yeah, man, they reunite and Macho King turns to Macho Man one more time just before he leaves. And yeah, man, it was, as a kid, I was hook, line, and sinker bought into this one. Number 7, gonna go with Linda kicking Vince in the nuts. I'm not gonna lie, yes, it's as silly as it sounds, but that storyline really did have you rooting for Linda. And when she stood up in the corner of that ring, like Vince had propped her there, like she's meant to be catatonic, like she can't move. He places her in the ring so she can watch it all, and then she just gets up and kicks him in the balls. Like, yeah, great moment. Number 8, I'm gonna go with the opening segment with The Rock, Hogan, and Stone Cold. Just to see those three in a ring together working, and it being fun energy. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, let's try and get each other over. Yes, there was bants in there. It was, you know what I mean? I really did like that moment. Wasn't the biggest Hulk Hogan fan, but I could definitely appreciate what that moment was and what that moment meant to like wrestling history. So it deserves to be on this list. Number 7, I'm gonna go with one that could have been more impactful, but we'll get there. Number 7, Tyson KO Shawn Michaels. So for me, great moment. Obviously, the pin from Tyson being a bit quick. I know I've heard Stone Cold saying he wishes it was a bit more of a championship slow count. So it was like a definite, this guy deserves to be, and not like a screw job. But it, to me as a kid, it was like, oh, Tyson double crossed Sean, like that's what that shit meant. And then obviously the little argument between him, and then where Tyson just lays him out. Fantastic moment up until the camera pans on Sean and he's chewing gum. Like, yeah, it just, like I say, that could have been like top 3 on this list if it weren't for that. But yeah, Sean was a bit of a prick those times apparently. Number 6, gonna go with Daniel Bryan wins the title. That big celebration with the 2 belts, and yeah, it was a great moment. And again, similar to another list, it was trying to emulate the same kind of feeling as a previous Mania main event ending. And yeah, you can't quite beat the original. Number 5, Benoit and Eddie celebrate in the ring. Both of them champions. Obviously, both of them come a long way from WCW. Been best friends for years and years, and both of them to see out WrestleMania. Yeah, it was a great moment, and that's trying to ignore everything else or separate you, the career from the person. Like, as a moment, as a wrestling fan at that time when that happened, yeah, yeah, it was a good moment. You can't deny it. Number 4, Seth Rollins cashing in on the Brock and Roman match, like the heist of the century, they call it, innit? Absolutely fucking great moment like that. Because to be fair, the match itself didn't really interest me, but it's WrestleMania, so I'm going to watch it. And then when Seth ran down with that briefcase, I'm not gonna lie, that woke me up a bit. So yeah, Seth Rollins number 4. Number 3, gonna go with TLC. Pick any moment you like, any of the big moments that you're thinking of right now that it could be. Yeah, it could be any of them. I'm not gonna separate them. There's too many. Um, Number two, now this could be controversial because some people thought it was the biggest waste of an opportunity and what could have been. I fully appreciate that because I do feel like these people should have been facing each other in a different match altogether, and it was kind of proven by the moment that I'm gonna highlight. So it was DX versus NWO, like the big face off, like the runouts for the Sting Triple H match. But for me, I think I'd have much rather have seen Sting and Taker that year at WrestleMania, and maybe had like off the top of the head, it's hard to think who could have gone up against Triple H, but basically have someone like I'm not too sure who was still there, but maybe there's a second or third generation guy that was part of it. Like I don't know. Like we've had Curtis Axel, he was part of it. Mr. Perfect was part of NWO. Um, we've had Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes was part of NWO at one point. Like there's ways to we could have tied this in somehow, some way, where Triple H is basically having a match against someone where he's going to basically fire him if he loses, whatever. And it's all kind of deep rooted to do with this WCW fucking shit. Like the full well they could have made some kind of story in the build up. Someone's really proud of their dad's heritage and what their dad did, and Triple H can take a fucking problem with that. Like, I'm not here to book it, guys, but we could have had DX versus NWO. Even just fuck it, just have that match. If we're gonna just fantasy book and pluck shit out of the air, just have the match in it. If the moment's for that, why put Sting into it? Because Sting was the greatest enemy of NWO, so it logically made no sense for the match it was. But to see NWO and DX all running in and interfering in it basically being NWO versus DX for a moment, that was incredible. Like I'm not gonna lie, my inner child went fucking wild when that happened. I didn't care how old, how out of shape, overweight, fucking grey, any of that. I didn't care any of that. It was a fantastic moment, but again, would have been the best moment of all time if it made actual sense to the match. Unfortunately, though, it didn't. And number one, another one. I don't really agree with it happening, but who can dispute that when Brock beat the Streak, that's the biggest or greatest, however you want to term it, moment of all WrestleManias, because it was it was the culmination of a multi-decade story. For me, like there's no moment that can top that, just for the simple fact of how long that story had gone on for. So I'll run through it one more time, hopefully it'll appear on the screen. Number 10, I'm going to go with Macho and Liz reunite at WrestleMania 7. Number 9, Linda kicks Vince in the nuts. 8, Hogan, Rock and Austin open the show. 7, Tyson KO's Shawn Michaels. 6, Daniel Bryan wins the title. Number 5, Benoit and Eddie celebrate. Number 4, Seth cashes in. Number 3, pick a TLC moment yourself. Number 2, DX versus NWO. It's obviously better late than never. Number 1, Brock conquers the Streak. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what should have been on the list, shouldn't have been, should have been higher or lower. What's your favourite WrestleMania moment? Let me know all that in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.